Ah, gorgeous day. All right, it's 2 o'clock. Let's head in. If I wasn't wearing something different, you would think this was last year's video. Hello, how are you?
Good, are you?
Good.
But it's actually for Friday.
You promise?
Yes. There's some tickets, and then here's
Ooh, okay.
right.
Okay. Oh, yay. Ooh, so precise. I like that.
Okay, there you go.
It's so different this year. I've already had someone recognize me and wave from last year. So I got 2 buttons already. I'm excited. I didn't realize you get one that says I returned. And this is the one for the make and take. All right, the bag is much smaller this year. It's half the size of last year's. So this is going to be the base of my art journal. Oh, a lot of shaker cards. Wow. I wonder if that's the ton. Crazy Creations. Oh. Stamplistic. Ooh, whoa, Tombow. Really? Twin tone, rainbow, dual tip markers, 2 tips in 1 pen. Oh, won't bleed through paper. How fabulous is this? Brass and Bliss. This is going to be a happy birthday one. It's a Scrappy Boy. Scrappy Boy. It's a little bits. Lots of little bits this year. Spellbinders. There's something here to make something go boing, boing, boing. It is. It's a little spring. Boing, 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 boing. I remember trying to make one of these once. It didn't go well. All right. It's still early. I'm a lot calmer than last year, aren't I? A little self-conscious when I started too, because there were some people at the table. All right, some of the vendors are still setting up. I think I'm gonna go say hello to that woman that I recognized. And yeah, I'm gonna take it easy from there. Let's see, first make and take is probably at 3. Oh, 4. All right, so I'm just gonna chill for a while. Yay, mega make and take extravaganza. Hey, shout out to Lisa and your friend Diane. It was so nice to recognize a friendly face from last year. And also a shout out to Carla, Melissa, Susan, Stacy, and Heidi. Thank you for your friendship. I know I was really focused on what I was doing, but it was so nice to be able to connect. As I visited the vendors, I was extremely mindful of what I learned last year. The vendors offer some really nice discounts during the make and take, but they are only around for a brief amount of time. Once they give their demo, they only have roughly a half hour before they have to pack up. So, of course, while I was browsing, I grappled a little with that sense of urgency they create. But I've really embraced the idea that owning craft supplies and using craft supplies are 2 different hobbies. So I shifted my focus to really enjoying the eye candy, looking for new designs and revisiting old ones. I featured this truck on my 2023 October memory journal. Looks like if I bought a die, I could make several of my own if I wanted to. I also love to stay on top of trends, and there is no doubt that shaker cards are what is in. It is a popular choice for card making enthusiasts. They are so visually appealing and interactive. The sound and feel of shaking the card adds such a unique sensory experience. I'm not messy, I'm creatively organized. Enough of the browsing. I am eager to get started with the personal challenge I have given myself during the Make and Take this year. Creating an art journal from the Make and Take supplies. Dun dun dun! So last year I was overwhelmed because it was my first time attending, but on top of that, the day started to get really long because most of the Make and Takes were about making cards. Then, after I got home, I dismantled most of them to create this awesome little art journal from the event. So this year, I came up with the idea to make an art journal in real time at the event. And one of the questions I get asked most frequently is, how do I make something out of nothing? In other words, where do the ideas come from? So I've taken the time to edit this footage that I captured during that 8-hour event of my process of how I went through deciding how to make this year's art journal. And I broke it down so that perhaps you will find some golden nuggets of ideas that can inspire you. So, number 1. Have a deep passion for your project, so much so that you have no doubt in your ability. If I could use the metaphor of a child building a sandcastle at the beach, for them it's more about playing in the sand and having fun at the beach, rather than about the sandcastle and how perfect it's going to be or what it's going to look like in the end. I love being around the entire vibe of the Make and Take, but I'm not a card maker, so I decided to enjoy the beach but build my own sandcastle. And since art journaling is my passion, there was no question that this is what I wanted to do and that I could do it. Alright, so what I basically did, let me back out here, I unpacked every Make and Take that was offered to us, and I tried to put the papers out kind of in a rainbow color, red, orange, yellow, green, blues, and I got black and whites here. All the little gizmos that were given to us, and all the ephemera. Look at all this ephemera. This is like such a happy mess. Look at all this. Get familiar with your supplies and what you have to work with. Little X's and O's. You can tell Scrappy Boy Scrappy Boy stands out all the time. We got lots of stuff for shaker cards, stamp. All right, let's see what kind of magic we make from all of this by the end of the day. Let's see what kind of art journal I can come up with. Have an objective, but let go of expectations. So it's 3:30. The first demo should be at 4. But I'm going to get started playing here. I'm a little nervous about, I have no idea even how I'm going to make the base of the book yet. All right, here we go. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar. So I think really, since I know this is going to be the cover and this is going to be the back cover like last year, I'm just going to tear this up. I feel like such a rebel. Now, there are options, right? I mean, I could use some of this. Like, look how pretty is that? This whole thing. I could use that as part of the art journal. So maybe the next thing would be to kind of go through here and pull out elements right out of the book of things that I might want to use, right? And maybe some of the scraps of this can become the book. Every obstacle is an invitation to unleash your hidden strength. Believe in yourself, and you shall triumph over them all. Mahatma Gandhi. The biggest problem I think I'm going to have, I don't think I'll be able to use everything. I mean, this wooden frame is a little thicker than that little coffee tag from last year. Oh, look, and this is a little frame too. At least that one's thinner. We might be able to use that. But this big old thing, yeah, I don't know. That might just be a mixed media project all in itself. Art is an adventure. Brainstorm ideas. They may work, they may not. All right, so I'm thinking that I'm going to cut this out. I don't really need this, but I did kind of get caught up in the fact of how you fold this. So I think I'm still going to incorporate that into the journal. Because, you know, once I kind of tear up the instructions, I'll have to rely on my own devices. Sometimes you will find hidden gems in what is right in front of you that will launch new ideas.
Somewhere loose in there is a white plastic string. Save that. That's for our project tonight, okay? It's loose. It's not inside the strap of my kids.
Be brave. Be true to you. It's such a weird sensation because I'm doing my own thing. I feel like I half expect somebody to come over and go, "What the heck are you doing?" God, I love this whole thing. So this can still go in the art journal. It can be like it'll be a tuck spot. I like that. We can glue that down. Yeah, I like it. Okay. As I clipped images out of the magazine, I started choosing features from the cards I would like to incorporate into my art journal. See, they always throw me. I think I've got paper to play with, but they stamped it out for you to cut out. All right. Yes, okay. They're going to do the same thing as last year. All right, so we'll cut those out too. Oh, perfect. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. So they're making it a single. So instead of making it the calendar with the blocks, cute. I wonder, do they expect you? How are these things stuck on there? You think I would wait? Separate all the wood shapes and remove the tacky glue dots. Oh, so they're tacky. Oh, I don't know if you can see in there, tacky glue. Aha, an idea presents itself. Ah, we could make this year's a hardcover. Maybe the back will be hardcover. All right, I see what we got going on there. Do I make a square book this year because of this and make it a hardcover? I don't know if I like that idea. I don't like square books. Know that moments of not liking the process is part of the process and keep going. As I grapple with the idea of using this piece to form a hardcover, I size up the pages I had been cutting that I thought would make up the pages of the art journal to see if they would fit. I guess I could. Except, oh, I did cut it out last year, right? This Edison, New Jersey. Well, I might let that lead the way and make it a hardcover book. So the front, do we make the front hardcover? And then the back's not going to be hardcover. Or do you make the back the hardcover and the front a soft cover? I think I like that better. Give it a solid base on the back. And we'll do a square book. Very interesting. Okay, scrap that. You made the difference of what my book's gonna look like this year. All right, so I think I'm just done destroying the book. Maybe I will start with the back of the book, since I decided that's gonna be a hardback cover. Which is going to be difficult until I know how I want to bind it. I think I may bind them like I did last year's. All right, well, that's a good start. All right, taking a break, shutting down. Once an idea gets a hold of you, it will be hard to stop. Embrace that momentum. I said I was going to stop. But I know we're going to use the wood for the back cover, but I'm using the wood to kind of eyeball the front cover. So I'm going to want to keep the edge to fold. And it comes down to the Edison, New Jersey line here. So I think I might have to fussy cut a little closer to Edison, New Jersey this year. A plan has formed, so I'm following its lead. Ooh, that sounded refreshing. All right, there's the start of the cover. Do what you can with what you have where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. So look, this is the chipboard that came in. So since the wood is going to do the back cover, I can help strengthen the front cover by using this chipboard. We don't need any of that. So I can cut this little tail off and stick it in here. And before I seal it on this side, I can keep this open in order to create a hinge when it comes time to working on the cover. At this point, I'm still not sure how the rest of the book will turn out, but from years of making my own journals, this part is just practical application. The obvious is often the last thing we see. When I originally gave myself this challenge, I figured I would create something unique with the supplies we were given. But what made more sense was to feature the main attributes of each card, but within the context of an art journal. It seems so obvious now, but the idea was hidden beneath my eagerness to appease my art journaling obsession. I chose not to bring any stamp pads or spray inks. Like I mentioned in my part 1 road trip video, I wanted to travel light. But I enjoy using watercolors to add color to my work. Since I rely on it when I do my urban sketches and illustration, it is just second nature for me. This kiss technique is one of my favorites because I love the organic way the color stains the paper. There's nothing precise about it, it's just free-flowing and free-spirited like me. I was so excited to use my new heated gun. It was so quiet and worked quickly, and my battery pack had more than enough power to run it and charge my cell phone at the same time. This lever card by Tesla Crafts gives me ideas about ways to create simple pop-up book experiences in art journals. So I already went and bought some paper. I spent my first $50 already and got different paper packs. I don't have enough room to show them here. I can throw in and edit later.
Also, I do apologize. Please bring your receipt with you.
So we got the cover so far. I added in this paper. Gonna take that first make and take and stick it in here on that paper. Know when to pivot and be open to change. So by 5 o'clock, I realized a few things. One, more than likely, I wasn't going to use the image that I had cut out of the instruction booklet. So number 2, I was going to be making the cards from the make and take after all and putting them inside the art journal, and I had cut up the instructions. 3, I suddenly felt like I had to pay attention to the demos and catch up. 4, there was no way I was going to be able to make all the cards in the make and take and complete an art journal all before the end of the night. I just stepped outside because I got hungry. I wanted to come get my food. That sun is bright. Woo! I just got this weird sense while I was in there that I'm not going to be able to finish the project on time. I don't know. I just suddenly got the the time that it takes to make the cards goes until 10. What makes me think I'm going to get it all done into an art journal? I don't know. It's not about getting it done. It's about enjoying myself. And so far, I'm in my own little space, got my own little corner of a table. So it's all working well. All right, I've been doing some work off camera. But things are coming together. So the paper that I'm cutting now was part of the birthday card with the little puppy and the fire hydrant. This here. But since I didn't make that card, I can use these background sheets to help bind my page. Very fortuitous. All right, so far, we've got the cover. When you open it up, this is a card I know I wasn't making. So I put that in here to go with the floral, but you can still open up this card. I'm gonna have to trim this, I got it too tight. Right, so I can fill that in. But then when you turn this page, I'm gonna spread it with this card that we're working on so that this page kind of overhangs. Creative page idea. Make some pages narrow to tease the eye with a peek at the next page. Which works really well because the leftovers from these petals can go along here. So when you open it up to there, we're gonna have this shaker card. Yes, 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 it'll make sense. I'm just gonna keep working. When creating an art journal from scratch, you get the flexibility you need to include thick elements like these shaker card frames. All right, I gave this a double crease instead of a single because it's gonna have to accommodate for the thickness of this shaker card. Actually, using strips to bind your signatures is simple and visually pleasing, but it's the gap you leave between the signatures that provides room for the depth of the shaker card frames.
Or you can kind of swap things out as you go. Don't like the other items that you can add first go. Score each side a quarter of an inch in. You're also going to want to score just above the oval and just below the oval.
I don't know, what do you think? I think I like it better like this. Crazy Creations product line makes card making as fun and simple as playing with stickers. If the paper or image you want to use is busy, spread some white acrylic paint to soften the image and provide texture. Here I'm using a folded piece of scrap paper to scrape the paint to create a rough, uneven surface. Next, I put some background color back to the page by adding some watercolor. Don't be afraid to tear up and use up some scraps to add layers and dimension. Okay, so no, I didn't finish the book while I was there. But unlike last year, after my epiphany at dinner that I knew I wasn't going to have time to finish, but I just wanted to enjoy my metaphorical day at the beach, those last 5 hours went so fast, and I didn't want it to end. I didn't want to have to pack up and leave. I actually considered getting to the hotel at 11 o'clock at night and finishing, but no. I knew I needed to rest, and I obviously didn't finish. I think one of the biggest takeaways I'd like to share with you, if you're trying to answer that question, how do you come up with the ideas, is once you have a passion for something and you're knee deep in the flow of it, don't really second guess yourself, because there are hundreds of ways we could have made an art journal out of all the supplies that were there. But if you are in the flow and your intuition tells you to go a certain way, or something just feels right, try this, do it. I mean, it's just an art journal after all, and it really is about feeling good and diving into that creative process. Okay, so I'm going to end here with just a quick flip through of what I did accomplish. And then what I will do is make another separate video where I complete it, and I should share the completed book with you. So if you have any questions or comments about my process, put them in the comments below. Maybe just say hi. Or maybe share with all of us your ups and downs about your creative process and how you come up with ideas. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and laugh at life, laugh a lot. See you in the next video. Bye.